hey guys, I don't think I'm that mad that you were missing out on the eggs. Girl, wait, how did you fit this thing in your car?
Rack City, darling. You know what I mean?
Hi guys! Welcome back to another episode of This Should Bother You with Pateka
And Sahar.
Woo! Do you know what I've realized? That sometimes I say my name in different ways depending on the language I'm speaking or who I'm speaking to. And I think it bothers me a little bit. It's not my this week this should bother me thing, but like, I don't know. Do you ever hear yourself speaking sometimes and you want to cook yourself a little bit?
No, I don't deep it as much. I think I just have different ways of saying my name depending on where I am, and I've adapted to it.
Is that a good thing though?
It's not a good thing, but I've tried to fix it and it just doesn't seem to work. So I've just go with whatever the flow is, to be honest with you.
I feel like I have this like fear that some Xhosa person is watching this and is like, that's not how you say your name. And I'm like, I know, but I'm not speaking vernac right now, okay?
That's
so
good though.
It's just, this is how it sounds while I'm speaking English. It's still the same name, still the correct pronunciation.
I mean, that's good though. My people wouldn't cook me. They'll be like, yes, Westerners are like this. Adapt to the West.
Sahar.
Yeah, Sahar or Sahar. I had a guy in school once call me Sahar. That was crazy.
Sometimes it feels like people are doing this on purpose.
Or like Sahara. Shaba. Oh, my PE teacher used to call me Shaba with the mismatched socks, because when I had PE, I had like mismatched socks on. And Shaba.
She was actually, you'd think she was trolling you, but actually she was giving you your first rap name. She was preparing you
Shaba
for the destiny. Shaba with the mismatched
No, I
socks.
remember.
I think that would sound sick as like a producer tagline.
I think Naya was there. She loves that, actually. She loves what he said to me.
Naya, I need you to do me a favor. Next time she's in London, make sure she's in the studio, yeah? Recording with someone. I don't know who, but someone. And
With
just
Naya.
get Shaba with the mismatched socks as a producer tagline. But anyway.
No, that's me, my DJ name. Guys, you know I've been wanting to DJ for a minute. That's me, my DJ.
Wanting to DJ. You see, Shaba with the I'm telling you, I see the vision here. What they meant for evil, you are turning it into your glory.
We'll see. We'll see.
Anyways, guys, welcome back to another episode.
Before we start, remember to subscribe.
Oh, yes.
And
Please.
comment and share.
And
like.
Tell a lot of people about it. Say nice things about us. If you're listening on Spotify, follow on Spotify. If you're on YouTube, like she said, subscribe so that the next time we upload, you'll be notified and you won't miss out. We're already on the second episode of the season. Were you aware? Were you aware that we have 2 other seasons? Were you aware? I'm not sure you were aware, but if you were subscribed, you would be aware.
What's been bothering you this week?
I was gonna ask you. Oh my god.
No. She's like, ooh.
I'm like, whoa, no time to prepare. Well, okay, what's been bothering me for real? The US medical care system. Guys, I don't know.
I swear she said that before. She said that
I've said it before, but this is a new dilemma. I promise you, if you go back to season 2, this is not my first time airing out these grievances. But this week, I've been, at least 3 days out of this week, I've been on the phone with different healthcare professionals because I'm currently disputing a bill that I do not believe I should be paying, because I'm basically being billed for lab tests that I did not request. And I have medical insurance and they paid a portion of it, but there's still a deductible for me to pay that's like almost $500. And I'm like, now listen, if this is a treatment that I asked for and I asked to be diagnosed for, cool, you know, I'll handle it. But I didn't ask for this. I didn't know it was coming. And now you are on my neck for me to pay. Like, what? And you know what's the most frustrating thing? If these labs, I didn't ask for them, but they were to my benefit, all these people were actually able to help me with the problem that I was having, maybe I would be less frustrated and less upset about it. But my problem with the way the system is set up is you have to first see a primary care physician, and then when you see a new one, they need to take labs. And they don't always disclose to you what kind of labs they're taking. So you kind of just like at their mercy of like whatever they decide is best. And then you need a referral to get to whatever specialist you need to see. That specialist might not help you on the first appointment, maybe the second, maybe the third. How much money have you spent at that point to be helped with whatever problem you were helped with? Like, I got to a point where the problem that I was having, I ended up getting help at home. Like, I went to South Africa for like a couple of weeks between December and Jan. Within 2 appointments, I was sorted out. All this money that was spent in America for no good reason. So I think it's just been I think it's just been bothering me this week because I've been on the phone with them trying to get someone to explain to me why
these labs were taken.
So what happened? Did anyone tell you the reason?
No, girl, I keep calling them and then they're like, oh, we're busy. Oh, because I have to speak to a clinic supervisor. Oh, she's out of office. Oh, she's not here. She's going to call you back. She's been meaning to call me back for 4 days. I don't even know anymore. And that's like, guys, you want me to pay this thing. I'm trying to get an understanding as to what I'm paying for, but you won't speak to me because, I don't know, maybe you're avoiding me. Maybe you don't actually want to have this conversation. Maybe you're just used to people just paying blindly without understanding what they're paying for. I don't know. But that has just been bothering me this week, guys. Like, it's hard enough to take care of yourself, man. Please just don't make it harder. That's just my thing.
I have health insurance right now and I don't want to use it.
And that's the point. The point is you're supposed to use it. Like, even I was supposed to, like, I even cancelled other appointments because I was like, no. You people keep sneaking in things that I didn't sign up for and I'm not in the mood. So obviously if I needed it, like seriously, if I was like in danger or whatever, or like under health threat, I would go. But guys, the healthcare system.
I need to get a mammogram, I need to get a pap smear, all of that. Haven't even booked it and I'm scared to book it because I don't know how I feel about doing it here.
The good thing about diagnostic care though is that usually it's free because medical, like it's free as in like your medical aid will pay for it because it is in their benefit for you to diagnose something early on because then you won't actually get sick, which is going to make them pay more later on. So usually things like a diagnosis like pap smear or your physical, maybe even like a mammogram, it'll mostly be covered. So I think if that's what you're going for, just go. But it's all these other specialty care things
it's
that
all
on the side that they're like
things to do with like your back and like joints and blood and
eczema, any of these things that are actually what do they call the comorbidities that you deal with in your life. Good luck.
In the UK, when I had really bad eczema, whoever knows me from the UK remembers like how bad like my eyelids like here was and all of that. I would go to the doctors all the time. They would do all these different tests on me. They would take ages to get back to me. Obviously, like you don't pay there, but you won't even get the answer.
Oh. What was the point then?
I don't even know what was wrong with me. Now I'm here, it's gone. And I'm pretty sure it's the climate. And no one could tell me that, but I could tell myself that. I should pay myself.
Really? Truly. Honestly, at this rate, I should pay my parents. I use them more for health advice these days than any medical professionals.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. There's just a lot, man. What's been bothering you this week?
Making unnecessary purchases. And buying unnecessary things I don't need to make myself feel better and forget other things that are going on in the world and my life.
So you are bothering you this week?
No, I think it's the situations I've been put in that are bothering me to make me do these things. I bought a sofa from this lady yesterday.
Are you going to explain?
I bought a sofa from this lady yesterday and I love Facebook Market, guys. I'm a very vintage collector. And like a lot of Middle Eastern things I can find on Facebook Market.
It is a plug. No, Facebook Marketplace is a plug. We like partially furnished our place with it.
Yes.
It's a plug.
And so I went, so there was a pomegranate sofa and there was like a floral one, red. They were both red, but the other one had a bit of yellow in it, which I love. You guys know I love yellow. But I was like, no, I want the pomegranate one. So I got the pomegranate one. Went there. On Facebook Market, it looked clean. I was so excited that the girl was like, you can come and pay for it like when you see it. But I was like, no, I'll pay for it now. I'm so excited.
Hey,
Mistake. I don't usually do that, but
I didn't know you did that. Okay, anyways, I'll put my 2 cents later.
And then so basically, sorry, I'm just thinking about her reaction. So basically, I got the sofa. I went there. The picture was fine, and then I went there. Her house was dark. It was like an artist lady. She had a dog, a chihuahua, and she had a big cat. And then brought the sofa. I put it in my car. Once I took it out, I brought my car in the parking garage, and I took out the sofa and looked at it. I was like, "Rah, this is dirty."
So you couldn't see the dirt in her house, like
because the house was quite dark. It wasn't any good sunlight. In the sunlight, I was like, shit.
Girl, wait, how did you fit this thing in your car?
When there's a will, there is a way.
Guys, it's not a sofa like this, but it's still like, Anyways,
I did have to shove it in. It was quite difficult. And I did scratch my elbow trying to get up. But I did it. And I really like the sofa. I think it's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful fabric, but it's not clean. But Rosie here gave me a solution. So Rosie's going to help bring something for me next weekend, and I'm going to try and clean it. But I will put it in my room, I feel like I won't get any nits or anything.
So she texts me while I'm at work, and she's like, "So the sofa's rather dirty." And I'm like, first of all, can I just say I was not a supporter of getting the sofa in the first place. But truly, what she does with her time and her money is her business. I'm not your Bob. Do what you want.
She says this, but then acts like, look at her reaction. Please. She's like, I'm not going to be mum. But. Wrong.
Well, no, here's the difference. You don't have to listen to me. You have to listen to Bob. I can say what I want, and you could just be like, well, screw you. I don't care. You can't say that to your mom.
I mean, I don't say it to my mum, but I low-key ignore her when she says don't.
That's not good.
But no, we're different people. So anyway.
Whatever. She does it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe it'll make her happy. It's dirty. I'm like, oh, what did I say to you? I said have fun with old lady hairs in your room.
No, first she messaged me, said don't do it. Don't get it.
Because where were you going to put it?
And then I was like, well, it's already in our apartment.
So I get home from a long day at work.
Why are you...
The first thing I open the door to.
She says, well, you actually are sounding like my mom. I came home from such a long day at work to see this in front of my house. Like, actually, I need to stop doing this to myself. I am the problem. I keep collecting friends that are like my mother. Like, and it's funny, sometimes I go, hee ha ha, oh, like, you see how my friend Patek and Melika and Naya, they're all so similar, like, they dress like my mom. No, I'm actually collecting the same attitude too. Look at that! She acts like her mom! She go home and what is this?
No, because what is this? Even you are the one who brought it up. You said it's been bothering you. So you know. I think that's the thing. Is deep down, a part of you knows that, you see, this one was no good decision. This one.
Friendship is about saying, I know you made a mistake, Azizam, but it's okay. It's okay. Maybe stop doing these things.
So I must lie.
You must bring my crashing down lower. Yeah? You must bring
diffuse the crash out.
You should be like, okay, don't do it again. Yeah.
Okay. Don't do it again.
I can't promise.
You see? You see? It don't work.
Anyway, I am the problem, but I think this has always been my coping mechanism. Just like buying random shit that I don't need to make myself feel better about the chaos that's going on in my life. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I do that a lot.
I've heard retail therapy is a thing.
Well, yeah, I like that. Same thing. So I'm like, oh, the world's falling apart. Oh, I'm worried about my family in Iran. Oh, I have to spend, 8K on a visa? Oh, work? Oh, I'm going to shop.
And mind you, the shopping solves none of those issues.
It doesn't, but it makes me feel better for a immediate gratification. So
until you see the couch and it's dirty, then the gratification goes.
I mean, it's still a pretty couch.
Okay.
It patches the flowers in the background.
These ones. Okay.
Yeah, look how pretty they are, by the way. Patty made that bouquet. She goes to the flower market
and I buy bouquets.
What
it's my
days do you
favorite latest hobby. Speaking of you spending money on questionable things, guys, in this episode, we wanted to talk about. I don't even know how to call this topic. How are the girlies surviving in this economy? I think that's the best way to put it. How are we surviving under these conditions? How are we spending money on couches and flying and what? How are we?
Yeah,
how are we making it? What?
Yeah, flying.
And what?
Oh.
And what?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, madam. Wow. Some of us retail shop, some of us fly, you know?
I retail shop as well.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Moderately and smartly.
Yes, I'll take that. But anyways, we just wanted to have a conversation about, I think there's so many intersections that make this relevant for us. But number one, I think we are now in the stage of our lives where we're both working and both kind of taking care of ourselves and paying for everything. And it's just like, whoa, like what does this phase actually look like? What are the practical steps we've taken to get here? How have we survived in phases where life hasn't looked like this, where we have been looking for work, etc. And also, as is with everything, the fact that we are immigrants here and stuff plays a factor in all of this, like job hunting, money kind of conversation. So we just wanted to have a conversation about that. Yeah. And I think my first question is, let's take it a bit back. How was looking for work here?
Stressful. To be fair, looking for work anywhere was stressful. I mean, when I was in the UK, to be fair, it depends. I mean, the thing is, I know. So obviously, like being an illustrator for like nearly 10 years, and then also like directing in the last seven years. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I've done a good amount of work to be able to get. Well, if we speak about illustration, I think I've done a lot of quite large commissions and stuff. So I had like really high expectations for myself to get like, I don't know, an illustrator job or like a storyboard artist job or like something like that, because I've just been working so hard at that. But it was so difficult to find a job in that area. And even being in the UK, like when I was at school and I needed a part-time job just to save money, that was so difficult as well. Like for simple like part-time receptionist job, I remember I was struggling so much until a friend of a friend was like, oh, we're looking for one, and then they sent it towards me, and then I applied and I got it because I knew someone. And I think that's what I've realized slowly is like, it's so rare to find a job through just yourself and applying. Like you literally have to connect with you have to connect with someone through that job. And like obviously it's not all the time, but it's been difficult for me a lot because I thought I could just application
and then it'll happen.
but it doesn't. You need to know people. Like even the job I have now, I got it through my friend, which I'm so grateful for, and it's like been such a great experience thus far. But obviously like I feel like it was just difficult. This is a different field I'm working in. When I was applying for everything. But I always wonder, like, if I find my next job is in illustration or something, I wonder how high my role would be.
Okay.
Because of all the work I've done. And I wonder if that matters. Because right now I'm realizing all that matters is who you know.
It's frustrating, but it's true.
Yeah.
Nurturing relationships is really, really, really important. Like, and not just for the sake of like, oh, one day you're going to get something from someone, but I don't know. It's just your network really is your net worth. Like it proves true regardless of the city, the country, the industry you're in. Yeah. I must say though, there is one job in my life that I got from not knowing a single human being. And it was actually my first internship here.
Oh, I love that.
My very first internship here was a random application. Like I was sitting in some business school class, I don't remember which one, and I used to apply for a lot of my internships in certain class times. Sorry guys, I was trying to multitask for my life. And yeah, I applied on their website, HR called me, interviewed, and that was my very first internship here at Skydance. But that was the only one. Thereafter, every other role has been someone referring me. Even when I do apply online, it helps. Like the next internship I got was because someone like, I applied online, yes, but someone like helped push me to at least get an interview. After that, you're on your own. But like, yeah, every job thereafter had some sort of intervention.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, but it's frustrating because I'm sure like the first internship that you got was like a good one, and I'm sure like seeing that on your CV would be like, oh, like they always say the next job is easier to get, which is why I'm just like, oh, that's so frustrating.
Yeah, I think that only applies to full-time jobs though, honestly. I used to think it applies to internships as well, but I think obviously having internships probably does help you get other internships, but there is a leap from intern to full-time employee. At least I experienced that because throughout graduate school, I completed here, 3 internships, and one of them I did like 2 sessions with them, because typically internships here are temporary for like, let's say 3-4 months, but I did 2 like 3-month sessions with the same company, so technically 4-ish, and it was still a struggle getting a job after school. It still took time. And I remember one of my supervisors at that internship told me like, do not get disheartened if it takes you time to get your first job. It's going to be the most like, you're going to experience the most amount of resistance in this season of jumping from like your intern to like first like full-time employee, but thereafter it gets easier and easier, not like easy. I think looking for a job under any circumstances is quite difficult and laborious and a little bit demoralizing, and you feel like you're begging, but it gets easier, you know, you feel like you have a bit more negotiation room, you have a bit more experience. Hopefully that first role allowed you to save more so you don't feel as quote unquote desperate for this next role that you're getting. You know what I mean? Hopefully it makes you more of an attractive, what do you call someone that you're interviewing for a job? Candidate. For that role. So yeah, I don't know. But just speaking of like how difficult it was, I think we both had like these brief seasons of unemployment post school. Girl, let me tell you,
Oh my gosh, I was crashing out.
It's not easy. If you are currently in that season,
Was she?
Hold on.
She was crashing out when it was her time. I
Yeah.
was crashing out.
thank God we weren't going through that at the same time, honestly. Our apartment probably would
I
have
think
just
we would
been-
have argued every day. To be
No,
honest with
honestly,
you.
it
We
would have
would've-
just...
yeah.
It would have not been a healthy environment for anybody. Like, I'm glad we went through it at different seasons.
Yeah. Sorry,
What?
I'm just remembering the crash outs. My crash out and her crash out. And the thing is, if I bring it up, she'll be like, no, it was about something different, but I know she was also stressed. The funny thing is, I know. But she'll be like, no, it was about something else. And I'm like, no, you were stressed.
And my mom, to her credit, really tried to make me enjoy that season of my life. She was like, girl, do the things you love.
What do you mean you was?
Embrace your hobbies. You know, and I really was doing it. Like, I really was taking her advice. It was just hard to do that and not feel like there was a tinky time bomb on my shoulder. Because there really was.
And yeah, I'm like, it is stressful. It is stressful. Like, I remember this one time, Pateka was doing like her job, and then they were looking for someone else as well. And I don't remember what happened, but I was crashing out because I was like, because the thing I was an emphasis in wasn't taken seriously. So I was crashing out. And then I made breakfast, and they didn't even come on time to both of them have breakfast, and I started crying.
Oh, you were talking about you lost me a little bit there. I was
sorry.
so confused. She was talking about a time when she was looking for a job and I had put her forward for something.
Yeah.
And she didn't get it.
Yeah.
And then
But I hadn't
myself
even
and
gotten an
another one
interview,
of our she hadn't gotten an interview. Myself and another one of our friends were just like speaking about work and stuff, and like I think I was on a phone call for
She was on a phone
work.
call. She was on
She was
another work
and we were both on work related
And I
calls,
had
and
made
she had
breakfast.
made like this huge breakfast spread for us with like eggs and everything, and then we were both just like the food was sitting there getting cold. She was pissed. And we asked her why you're mad. She's like, I made this breakfast and no one is sitting here. And we were like,
Yeah, I think I was just triggered because like
Okay.
because I hadn't even gotten the chance to even like introduce
Yeah,
myself
yeah,
and be
yeah.
like, hey, I know like a lot of people in my field aren't serious, but like I'm serious.
and to your credit, she was self-aware enough to say later on, hey guys, I don't think I'm that mad that you were missing out on the eggs. I think this is a work-related thing. My bad. So which is fine. Like we all have our seasons. And yeah, I think just general advice if you are in that season is just hold on.
Yeah.
Take advantage of the time that you have and really spend that time with yourself, listening to yourself, figuring out what you want out of your life and what you want your life to look like.
Yeah.
Treat applications like you would treat like school or a job. Do it in bulk hours. Like plan that tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to eat, and then I'll start applying for 3 hours. Take lunch breaks like you would if you were working, and then continue at it. It can't be your everyday, all day thing. Like continue doing your hobbies. And if you are an international student and you do have like, you know, a limited amount of time to look for a job, try not to constantly remind yourself that you have X amount of days.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. It's not healthy. So I was freelancing for like a Iranian restaurant, like doing social media for them, and then my full-time job came in September. So it took me like I was looking.
But you started it in November.
Yes, I started in November.
And that was also another point of crash out,
Yeah.
which was like my days.
Yeah.
I had the same thing where I also did a freelance job for this thing, very cool thing. And it helped me obviously because when you're working, it doesn't eat up into those 90 days, but it's cumulative. So if you're unemployed for like 45 days before you get a freelance gig and then the gig stops, the count doesn't start from one. It's cumulative of those 45 days you're unemployed. So you only have 45 more days. And I think I started my full-time job at the point at which I probably only had like 15 days left. Like, it was intense.
Yeah.
But things will work out as they are supposed
Exactly.
to work out.
So like just that's sort of thing. Connect with people. Like I'm so grateful for that Iranian restaurant social media job that I had before. Mm-hmm. Before starting like the TV show that I'm on. Mm-hmm. So it was like it was good. Like it worked out. That's what I'm saying. Like look for like just little jobs that you can also do
on the
like
side.
and the internships and stuff that you have, the people that you know.
100%.
Yeah.
Do as much as you can. Take care of your relationships because as well, the freelance job that I did before I started full-time was because of a friend. I got that. It was so random. I was literally just at my friend's house
saying goodbye to her because she was moving, and then she brought up the job, and then I interviewed for it, and then I got it. Like, it was the most random chance encounter that got me into a freelance job that I did both last year and this year, and it was great. So yeah, nurture your relationships, put yourself out there as much as you can, take care of yourself in the seasons of lack.
It also doesn't, when you say nurture relationships, like, don't feel like you have to like kiss ass or anything, or like, I don't know, socialize with people that you don't
Normally
vibe with or anything like that, or feel like you're milking someone. Just be genuine, connect with people who actually care, and then just keep them in mind, and they'll keep you in mind, but don't try and put yourself in an uncomfortable position. I've seen a lot of people try and do that. It's just not a bit of everybody. So
and don't lead with wants and needs and like, no one wants to feel used, you know, like give to people as much as you hope to gain, or even more than, you know. Tell me Waz about his quote scripture and say it is more blessed to give than it is to receive. But hey man,
it is though, it is. I enjoy that.
Take it, you know.
Freelancing or full-time job in our field, what do you think?
I don't know, hey. I think, honestly, it comes down to what do you prefer for your life and what matters more to you. Is your time flexibility more important to you? Is financial security more important to you? You can get financial security both ways, just differently. And do things like healthcare benefits, are they more important to you? Are you responsible enough to do your own taxes if an employer is not taking those taxes away for you? I think all of that kind of matters. For me, it's so interesting. So when I graduated, right, I wanted a full-time job. I mean, we had to get full-time jobs for our visas, but I also wanted it, you know, like I wanted the assurity that I was going to get paid this much amount of money every 2 weeks. One thing I do love about this country, side note, is the bi-weekly pay. That slaps. It does. It slaps so hard. I wish every country in the world would do it. Like, getting paid once a month is just, it's not enough, darling. I need that mid-month boost, you know. It does something for the morale.
The mid-month boost.
It does something for the, honestly. But anyways, I digress. So that's what I wanted, right? I wanted the security. I wanted the healthcare benefits. I wanted to feel taken care of and just have less stress about survival or whatever in this country. 2 years later, because I think it's been almost 2 years since I graduated. In May, it'll be 2 years. And I'm like, oh, I actually value my time and being flexible and being able to live on my terms as far as where I spend my time and how much I devote myself to a certain thing. I kind of value that more than like the security that we perceive. Because the other thing is that like full-time jobs are more secure than freelancing, but also one meeting and you could be done, mate. Like, like one meeting and you could be done. One bad financial quarter for that company and you could be done. Like, they are less volatile than like the gig economy, but they're not as, I guess, steadfast as I think a lot of us purport them to be.
Yeah.
So as far as freelance versus working full-time, I think it's just, it depends the kind of person you are, it depends what season you're in. And right now I'm in a full-time work season and grateful to have it. But I definitely do see the benefits of working freelance and having just a bit more autonomy over your time. What do you think?
Yeah, man, like I totally relate to that of like knowing when money is coming in, like having that assurance. I think especially not being from like a family that can do that for me. Like, I know a lot of like international folks and like students here, like their parents are like, yeah, how much do you need? 10K? Cool. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I can't do that, and I can't rely, even if I could, even if my parents like my family did have that like money, I don't, like, they would do so much with it, do you know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't have that. If I don't get a freelance gig, I can't just rely on my family. That's why the full-time job was necessary, because my mum, I remember, she was like, yeah, I'll support you as long as you're in education. When you're out of education, like, you got to figure it out yourself. And I think obviously she wouldn't let me like suffer, but it's because I know how hard my mom's a nurse, and like my dad has like a small little business, so it's like nothing, they're not doing like crazy like jobs and stuff like that where they can bring in a lot of income. So I would never want to put that pressure on them. So the idea of suffering for a month if I don't get a freelance gig, that's not only pressure on me, but pressure for my whole family. And that's selfish. So for me, even though I want to like I think I'd love to freelance. Like when I was doing illustrations and stuff like a couple years ago, it was great, but it was only great because AI hadn't come in yet and taken over. So now I'm kind of like, that was like my main thing, but now I'm struggling with it because of AI and everything. So I don't know. I used to like freelancing before. Now I wish I could do both. Like I wish I could work full time, but also have my weekends to do this and this and this and do these commissions. But
that's a lot of time. Because I was about to say, that's kind of what you're doing now, but
yeah,
it's really hard to balance that all, you know?
It's really hard. Like I literally got sick like 3 days ago because I was doing too much.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, that's not good. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not good. But also at the same time, for example, I want to be able to do this podcast. I want to be able to do my artwork. I want to be able to also direct on the side. But I need my full-time job to be able to bring in that income. Like I need to apply for a lawyer in a couple months. That in itself is like what, 8K, 10K. I got to think about stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So a full-time job is sometimes necessary. I wish I could do freelance and for me to be steady, but it's not guaranteed, which is why
I think you also bring a valuable point about our upbringing and how that impacts what you are able to do and the freedom in which you have it to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I must say, much to their credit, my parents have been super supportive in this life that I have lived and continue to be. And any pressure that I have felt has been self-implicated. It's not from them. Like, and I think that's why my mom, even in seasons of unemployment, was like, well, I don't know why you stressed out, because she knew that like I would remain taken care of. So she'd be like, girl, why are you stressed? But I'd be like, girl, and I genuinely think if it wasn't the immigration thing, I would have been okay. Like, I don't think I would have been that stressed out about everything. It was more that, but I think you bring out a valuable point that like, even to work as a freelancer, because to work in freelancing, guys, like Sarah explained to you about like her illustration background, like it takes time to get to a point where you are so well known and so well respected that the gigs are coming in, and even when the invoices are delayed for here, you have enough from the other to keep yourself going. You know what I mean? It takes time to get to that point, and having a supportive system, having parents who can be like, relax, we got this, is something to be grateful for, and it's something that does play a factor in your decision making of whether or not you can do something, you know? And even those who say they got this, but like you have empathy for your parents and like the position that they're in, and to be like, okay, yeah, I know where your heart is, but also, is this selfish of me, you know? So I think it's a very interesting thing to do. And I think there was this TikTok video I saw about this girl, and she was like, if you have any place in this world that you are able to call home, and you have parents who are there for you and able to support you, or just able to, you know, like you have a home to come to, you have no reason not to have audacity about the life you want and the dreams you should pursue, because there's always a soft landing place for you, you know? And I think maybe that's another thing to sprinkle on top of the considerations to put in place when you're thinking about the life you're building. It's like, if you have that privilege, you know, maybe that should be your motivating factor to pursue the life you want and live out your dreams, man. So, with so much at stake to think about, family-wise, self-wise, lawyer-wise, immigration-wise, blah, 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 the really important question I want to ask here is, should we be selling feet pics?
If I had the confidence, I would be selling feet pics. I really would. If I had the confidence and I didn't care about what people would think, because I have so many people in my life who don't give a shit about what people think.
Yeah. But how would they know it was your feet? You don't have tattoos on your feet. No, there's a lot of brown women with tiny feet. She has tiny feet, guys.
I'm just scared of the requests that would come in. Like, hey, could you do this with your foot? Could you do that with your foot?
Yeah, no. I used to think, honestly, like I used to think it was just like, you know, do a cute little pedicure, take a snap, and that would make you money. No, people would be like, can you stomp on cake?
Yeah.
Can you, I don't know, play in water?
Can you put it in someone's mouth?
Yeah. You guys get very weird on the internet.
I don't know, but sometimes I seriously think about like that. No, I mean, like, let's be straight. Like, I have friends in this field.
Really?
Yeah, I have friends in this
friends
field.
in high places.
Yeah, no, actually, I have friends in this field, and they do make a lot of money, and they do seem happy. I think for someone who isn't very okay with vulnerability, I think it's hard for me. So this year I'm trying to be better with vulnerability. Maybe that's a route I go down and no one will know. You never know. No, honestly, I actually think about it.
Guys, don't
Like, if I had a partner, okay, and me and my partner were like, okay, well, let's do this. Let's take pictures and videos and upload them and make a good profit. I mean, I have great boobs.
Wait, we're going beyond the feet now.
I know.
We're going beyond the feet.
I have great assets, okay? I have great assets, and I think I could make a good living out of it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's just not a bit of me right now, and I hope maybe one day it will be, because I think the profit that will come from it could even be okay for my grandchildren.
Wow.
Because I'm telling you,
She does have a nice rack. Just saying.
Rack City, darling. You know what I mean? Like, she also has a great back. So I think you'd also make a great living. But unfortunately, this is not in our personality.
Unfortunately, it's not.
I wish it was. But I really do respect the people who do put themselves out there and create a living off of it, because wow,
it's not easy.
It's not easy. Also, the type of people you probably deal with, and the type of like harassment you deal with, and probably like when you're out and about and you're just trying to mind your business, and then you know what I mean. Things happen. So it's just like, I really do respect the people that do it. I wish I could, honestly, because I think I could do well, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah,
I think I could do well.
I can't do it either, darling. I can't. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like, I don't want to get into discussions of, hey, personality versus morality versus vulnerability, whatever, man. I'm just not the target market. I can't do it.
Yeah.
You will not be finding my bits on the internet for profit, or at all, actually. So that's that. But there's a reason why we be asking ourselves these, and there's a reason why even in school we joke like, oh guys, backup plan, stripper, and it's like,
dude, but
it's lighthearted joking, but also it's like, guys, it's tough out here, like money wise. Life is expensive. Like, even if you're fine, and like, we live pretty privileged lives. We live in one of the most expensive cities in the world. We still shop, we eat, we travel, whatever. Cool. These things are expensive. The lives we live are very expensive. Okay?
And I'm telling you, some of the best artists out there, Shake the Nyash, some of the best rappers, some of the best singers, Shake the Nyash. I'm pretty sure some of our favorite people have feet pics out there.
We just don't know.
Now what?
We just don't know.
So I'm telling you, this is serious thoughts I've been having. My mother is also aware of these serious thoughts.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever threatened my mom with a mom. I'm considering becoming a stripper.
I wasn't threatening her.
I think she would really. I don't even know.
No, I'd never threaten. I laugh when I say it, but she knows I have friends in this field, and she.
No, I actually think I have sent this before, and she's like, go, because she knows I won't do it. And she'll be like, go, try then, let's see. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, never mind.
I can imagine
jokes
saying
not
that.
Funny. Gosh, I was just kidding. Gosh.
JK.
Don't read it. But anyways, guys, we shall not be selling feed pics. Please don't look for them on the internet. You will not find them.
I will never forget how me and my friend, at one point was so serious about this. We were like, okay, we would just do it together. Like your feet, my feet, we'll do weird stuff with our feet. And like, just forget that we did it. Like, it's guys, you think I'm joking? These were serious conversations we've been having.
It is not what. Let me tell you, when we were thinking about what to talk about, she looked at me dead in the eyes and said, should I quit my job and sell feed pics? And that was the topic. Like, this was her thesis that she wanted to discuss, and now I see why. I thought this was a kiki joke. No. You have seriously
I even looked up websites. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Rosie's crashing out, guys, over there.
I thought you were kidding. I thought it was a joke. I even wrote it down in my diary. Veronica had a very funny joke today.
I was close to it.
Okay.
Wallah, sorry, God. Guys, in other news, speaking about Islam, did you know Central C converted to Islam? His name is Central Akil now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mashallah, brother.
Mashallah, brother Central.
Anyways,
Yeah, life is hard. The economy is tough, but you are tougher. You are better than your baddest financial day. You are smarter than your weakest choices in buying ugly couches. You got this.
Wait! Why has this become a personal attack?
You got this, guys. You're living this life. You're doing this thing. You are adulting on your own terms. We are rooting for you. Okay? I think we should wrap it up at this point in time. I think we're going to call it quits because she's going to be my ass at some point. Thank you if you have made it to this point in the episode. Thanks for sticking with us. We hope you stick around, subscribe, follow, etc, and catch us in the next one.
bye.